Cheer.
We out here today. Let y'all niggas know that you ain't shit and that the Lord is coming back soon.
We are the Hebrew Israelites.
Yes. Oh,
yes. Niggas, man.
Excuse me.
We are the Hebrew Israelites. Week in and week out. We come to prophesy the downfall of America and to tell the people on this time who they are. Anybody of Negro, Indian, or Latino descent are the true children of Israel according to the Bible. And in case you haven't noticed, the climate of America is getting worse. And I'm not talking about the weather. I'm talking about,
that's true too.
Yeah, even though that's true too. I'm actually talking about the state of things.
Well, what does state mean again? Going back
The
to state
condition.
goes to condition, yeah.
The condition of things is getting worse in America. The economy is at the beginning stages of collapse. Now, there's two reasons for it. Of course, one of them is because of the collapse of the American greenback, and the second
also known
reason,
as the petrodollar.
right, and the second reason is they're trying to bring in this digital currency. I got a few videos up on my page that's actually talking about that. You know, that the collapse of the dollar is actually on purpose, and they're trying to bring in this digital currency. They already got the CBDC set up to bring it out when the collapse happens.
Isn't that just
Also-
like the Great Depression? Sorry, isn't that just like the Great Depression when they closed all the banks on purpose just to see what would happen, and then people started committing suicide?
Nah, the Great Depression was when they turned. Yeah, they closed all the banks, but they turned the dollar away from gold, and they took all the gold basically out of America.
Yeah.
And then,
It's not that. They did that on purpose.
That was in the 19 stock market.
And then they fucked around and they valued the dollar and shit, you know. But then they made it into a credit type based system, and all of that was actually happening on purpose as well, so they can steal all the wealth out of this country and out of the hands of the people, because real wealth does not come from owning greenbacks. Real wealth is silver, gold, silver, and commodities. That's what real wealth is. And if you don't own anything or produce anything, you cannot gather or accumulate wealth.
Oh, what did they do? Just recently, Uganda found, billions of dollars of gold. Yeah, no, they were digging. I mean, they was mining. Found a lot of gold. Yeah, and shortly after, they came up with that homosexual law and started fucking with the vast majority of those nations, those African nations, deal with Russia. Go ahead, Alex.
This is Genesis 13 and 13 starting at 1. The point is in 2. And Abram went up out of Egypt, and he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. So that basically tells you what real wealth is. Commodities, cattle. Cattle is synonymous with like food, and silver and gold. The commodities is basically anything that's tradable for silver and gold, man. Like resources. You got bricks that can help build houses, So that's a commodity. If you know how to make bricks, your intelligence to do certain things, that's something that can produce. And in silver and in gold. So real wealth or real money is actually silver and gold. It is not the American greenback. And that's why the BRICS nations came out with this. They use a basket of currencies rather than the American greenback. And that's right. And that's why America is setting up more military bases at different places now. because the other nations, one by one, is getting in on this deal. What is it? I think it was India. India basically bypassed the sanctions of the American dollar on Russia to buy oil from Russia with their own currency. And little by little, every nation is getting up on that because they can't, you can't use the American greenback to buy anything because they have sanctions on Russia and China. And everybody is basically saying, okay, forget about the dollar because Russia's oil is cheaper or Russia's commodities are cheaper than what America sells them for. And guess what? That's starting inflation. That's why the prices are steadily rising. And pretty soon, America is going to go into hyperinflation. And that's when you're going to have to check the prices from week to week to see if they're still the same. That's what's coming to America. Things will not be good cheap anymore. Everything you get is going to be super or hyper expensive. And you won't be able to afford the same things you can afford right now at the same prices because the value of this currency is going down. And then, a matter of fact, things are going to get a lot more scarce around here in America. Mainly food. Because most of the things that America has, most of the food in your grocery stores is delivered from somewhere else.
Into supermarkets.
Right.
That buy up most of the stuff the stores sell.
Right.
Because it closes down smaller stores like mom and pop shops, and those aren't in the neighborhoods no more.
Right.
So what's going to happen when those bigger supermarkets leave?
Right. And these Walmarts closing down ain't just because thugs is in there robbing and stealing. They're closing down because they're closing down supermarkets in several different places. What they don't want is people to be alarmed by it.
This is 2nd Ezra 13, starting at 16. For as I conceive in mine understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe, which means destruction, unto them that are left behind. Those that are left behind in these last days, the ones that didn't die from the jab, the ones that didn't get grinded off into these concentration camps, it's going to be some hell. That's called the time of Jacob's trouble for a reason. Because it's going to be like any other time. And so now we're seeing the big buildup. People used to be like, oh, I couldn't see that happening. But the same people saying that, someone brought out a good point. At one point in time, people thought that they would never be able to instantly send a fucking message to another person across the fucking planet.
Right.
In an instant. We'll never be able to do that.
Oh, planes will never fly.
Right.
Planes.
Right.
Motherfuckers is always saying something that would have never happened. But then look at this. Look at the things that's been moved in. Look at the agendas and the different technologies. Or
Right.
even better. They'll say, oh, a man would never be able to call himself a woman.
Or,
this damn councilman in Indiana just came out as a woman of color. He identifies, how you doing? He identifies as a woman of color. Make that an Indian woman, one of them Elamites, one of the East Indians. He said he identifies as a woman of color now, but he's dressed like a man. He just looks like an Edomite.
Oh, is he making a point?
No, he's serious. You know what I'm saying? But he can do that. Nobody, you have people, they would have never been able to do that. They can't even understand. Oh, you would never had to get a chip put in your hand. That's dumb as fuck, and they'll never do that. And look at this dollar crashing and they see IC moving in.
So what's the alternative when the money goes down? Like when you ain't got no bills that don't mean anything, what are you gonna go on?
Right.
Because they're not gonna go back to gold. There's no gold over here.
Right. Because that is the thing. There is no gold or silver in America. Well, there's some silver. There's no extraordinary amount of gold and silver in America, nor that backs the American greenback, and nor does America produce anything, and that's leading to the downfall of America.
Because it's a consumer nation.
Right,
well,
it's a consumer
nation. It used to be a producer of weapons of mass destruction.
It also used to produce cars.
But yeah, that too. But they like, you know, Lockheed and Martin and all of these things, those individuals, that's the type of money that they used to have, all right? They used to be able to produce these weapons that nobody else had. But Russia and China surpassed them in that.
And in the building of like automobiles and stuff, man.
Yeah, most of the automobiles you see now are riding around in Korean and Japanese.
Right, because the quality of the American vehicles is low. Went down.
Right. They don't even fucking have any of those plants. They already shipping them out to Mexico and, you know, different Asian countries.
No, they say they did that because labor would be cheaper. That put out a lot of jobs. That took a lot of jobs away.
Right.
Made more people born.
And it took the production away from America, basically.
That was another way for these elites to milk out a couple more million and put into their pockets before they leave this country the fuck out.
Right.
It says, like in Ezra 13 and 17, that for they that were not left were in heaviness. You start looking at these individuals that walk around every day now. You start seeing their countenance looking real heavy in this thing. Niggas looking mad hurt, son.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? They over here looking real down. You know? Don't get it confused. What is it? The rise of the what is it? The lonely man? The single lonely man?
Yeah, the rise of the single lonely woman, you know?
That's the equipment, because now they have more relationships now, right? They have more parenting relationships now with animals than they do human babies. There's more animal and pet and dog parents out here than it is physical parents. That's dumb as fuck. Now they trying to get to the point where men gotta pay child support for a pet support. When a bitch separate from them and they had a pet together, then you know that it started with one case. And if one case goes, then it's gonna be a law. That these motherfuckers can actually, the bitch can request money for dog care, the food, the going to the vet on a monthly basis. Like it's a fucking child, man. It's bad enough we got these homosexuals out here pushing out butt babies. They literally got babies they shove up in their asshole. It's a fake baby, right? And it's pretty big. Simulate childbirth. And they stuff it up in this homosexual asshole. And they let him push the motherfucker out. And this motherfucker's big, okay? And they let this motherfucker push it out his stinking ass. Now I can't imagine what the fuck that room smelled like. Like he trying to simulate childbirth. So it smelled like shit all in this motherfucker. Boo boo, dookie, shit, and poo poo at the same time. It says, now understand the things that are, it says, now I understand the things that are laid up in the latter days, which were now, it says, which shall happen unto them and to those that are left behind. Therefore are they come into great perils and many necessities, like as these dreams declare, right? Because you all have these different necessities. You can't do this without that. You need this for that. All right, it used to be simple. I'll look at, I'll listen to books by this dude by the name of Earl Nightingale. And it's basically just showing individuals how to think outside the box. And that's how successful people think. But he's giving quotes from the Bible. And it was back in the 50s when he did this, right? And one of the things he was saying is just like the whole parable of the man that sat in front of the coal, the man that sat in front of the oven and said, give me heat, and then I will add the wood and the fire. No, you have necessities in life that you need to accomplish, and they're increasing every day because your way of life is getting more and more complicated. Now they want to put these EV cars out here. They want to get rid of all of these and have you driving an electric car that they can cut off, and they can shut down, and it's always fucking up, and then fuck up the environment more just to make the goddamn battery. And if the battery go out, that's that's over $5,000 to replace this mother. It's like the price of buying another fucking car. Necessities are increasing in this raggedy motherfucker.
Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Wait, hold on. We pissed the fuck off, man. And if you're not mad, y'all, why you guys so angry? If you ain't mad, you a retarded retard. Do you understand that? because you can't comprehend what a retarded motherfucker don't know what's going on. That motherfucker just in the moment all the time because they can't mentally comprehend shit. So if you're not mad right now, if you ain't angry at the state of this raggedy motherfucker in your life, then goddamn it, you a retard, man.
And the gift is short the heart.
Y'all motherfuckers love the I still see niggas looking at their mailbox now, hoping the goddamn stimulus check disappear in that motherfucker. They looking at the motherfucker, man. Come out every day, hoping that they get these different dainties. What is it? The women leaving the men at an all-time high so they can get child support and these different government benefits and shit.
Right. And racist branding is gonna give y'all as many benefits as y'all want, man. Because they want you niggas comfortable, man. They want you niggas to fall in line with this MOTB. They want you niggas to fall in line with the cashless society. They want y'all to basically boil slowly. And guess what? That's what you niggas is doing, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, starting at 5. For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Because we're not coming into a time of peace. This is not a time of great peace that's coming. It's a time of war that's coming. A time of trembling. The same thing that America has been producing around the world, which is war, famine, and pestilence, is coming to America. 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Because at this time, it's going to be a fearful time. People won't be able to afford any of the things. The famine is coming, so people won't be able to afford food to eat. People won't be able to do the dainty things that they do right now. So there is going to be a terrible time. So people are going to be afraid. 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but ye shall be saved out of it. And the he that's going to be saved out of this time of trouble, this time of Jacob's trouble, are actually the elect, man. The elect in the 1/3. Because everybody is not going to be saved out of this time of trouble that's coming to America very soon. And the thing about this time of trouble that's coming is like you look on the faces of these people and everybody looks simple. Especially you Edomites. I see you Edomites over there smiling. Yes, America is going to be destroyed. But before that, there's going to be the money is about to crash. When your money crash, what do you think you're going to do? Because you Edomites, y'all worship money. Y'all worship the American greenback. When that's gone, what you going to do?
Well, you're gonna start seeing that it's a level to being white. So
right.
White. Your
right.
white privilege, because you're gonna look and see those Jewish motherfuckers is gonna be straight. Alright?
For a minute.
Hey, they're right. They're gonna be straighter than you. You're gonna recognize the difference.
Right.
Y'all gonna start recognizing the difference between a derelict Edomite white person, so-called white person, and because there's no such thing as the middle class no more.
Right.
I'm seeing goddamn motherfuckers that live in nice houses, they smoking rolled up, self-rolled cigarettes, man.
Right.
Eucalyptus and shit. Yeah, shit getting rough.
Right.
Esau can't get his Marlboro Red 100s. Something's wrong.
Right. And that's the time that's coming. You might say, what is it? The scriptures talk about you America living deliciously. That time is over, or it's almost over. Right. The end of America living deliciously is almost over. Because once this dollar fully crashes, y'all don't understand how it feels to be a nigga in America. That's what's coming to you so-called white people. You can't afford to buy food. You can't afford to pay your rent. I seen a while back how an Edomite woman was crying because she had to buy macaroni and cheese. Something simple as buying macaroni and cheese made an Edomite bitch cry. Right. That's what's coming. That's what's coming to America. Y'all won't be able to afford food. Y'all won't be able to pay your rent. Y'all gonna be some real niggas out here. Y'all gonna be struggling worse than we were.
You gonna be an honorary nigga. You see in the government's eyes, y'all so-called white people in the middle class is some honorary niggas.
Right.
Hey, like that execution they tried to stop. That white boy, they even found out that the motherfucker may be innocent. This is recent execution that's happening in a couple days. They found out this motherfucker may be innocent. They said, nah, we gonna push forward with it, you know. That motherfucker thought he was gonna get out. They brought all kind of shit out. Hey, that was like, yeah, well, this motherfucker bought it. Hey, we don't give a fuck. We still gonna go ahead because if we let this motherfucker get away, then all these niggas gonna start thinking the same thing.
Yep.
You know that they kindness is starting to change towards you lower class white people.
Right. I mean, they made up the term white to benefit you Edomites, man. So that y'all can feel like y'all above something. And that term is slowly fading. That's why people are starting to call you all types of other names other than white. Why? Because that term, the meaning of that term is fading. Don't nobody want to be white no more. Because there was a time when the other nations was like, man, I wish I was like them people. No, they don't want to be like you people, man. Because the secret is out on you so-called white people, man. The secret is out. Y'all are nothing but thieves and murderers. So the other nations is like, no, we don't want to be like you, and we really don't want to deal with you. Just like that one African delegate is talking about now, like, hey, the only reason they dealing with you so-called white people overseas right now is so they can make it easy for their people to survive. And then once they have the upper hand, they talking about getting rid of you completely. I mean, they ain't talking about it on the level of the men of the Lord, because, hey, what we're going to do, which is going to happen, what we're going to do is put you in chains and then get rid of you completely. Like, for real, completely. Well, it's not us, it's Yahweh Shem Shai going to do it, because that's what he decreed.
Second Ezra 13 and 20. Well, I read 19. Therefore are they come into great peril and many necessity, like as these dreams declare. Yet is it easier for him that is in danger to come into these things, than to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not to see the things that happen in the last days. So it says, and yet is it easier for him that is in danger to come into these things. What? These different necessities and these different woes. It says, than to pass away as a cloud out of the world. You think he's just going to leave peacefully? It's going to come a time where dying a peaceful death is going to be a fucking faint memory.
Right.
Right? Most High, hey, he's going to start...
Transgender just stuck their middle fingers up at y'all.
Well, those two transgenders that got out of that truck. And look.
Hey, they probably going to stick it up in his ass.
And that's what another good thing about America falling. There will be no more Transformers in the world.
Right. But that's all going to be that peaceful death, sticking your middle finger up and then putting it all in your asshole. All of that is going to be against the wind. Most High is going to start putting you through some torturous deaths. People are going to be dying from astonishment or heart because of the things that's coming. All right? You're going to see a lot of dead people, especially amongst the older community. Their heart's just going to start giving the fuck out.
Right.
Like, damn, I would have never thought. When they start passing these laws and you start seeing, like, children, they openly letting adults have sex with children, you're going to start seeing, that's going to be too much for, hey, it's already be too much for these older cats. Because I see it in their faces, man. They are fucking shame. They grandchild walking around with a bald ass head, 6'3", with some fucking heels and a dress on.
Right.
That motherfucker is like, damn, I ain't getting no goddamn grandchildren. I'm ready to go ahead and get, Lord, take me. That's what they own. You seeing that now because don't nobody even want to deal with them. I wouldn't want to be old, transgender ass child trying to take care of you. Motherfuckers let me go. Just let me slide the fuck off. No, it's not gonna be no more peaceful deaths in your sleep and shit. He went peacefully with his family. Motherfucker gonna be going being put to death somewhere, laid the fuck out, breathing hard, sweating like that nigga off of Terminator Judgment Night. That nigga, where he dropped the fucking bomb and shit, and blew up that whole fucking floor. Y'all gonna fucking die like that. Nigga looked like he was in pain. He didn't look like he went peaceful. And then he got burnt the fuck up. That's the future of all these naysayers and all these so-called, these 2/3 of our people that want to talk shit about us, that want to even join this rat race with these devils and let this raggedy motherfucker continue on. Ain't shit here for us. There ain't no benefit for us here.
Right.
So we dealing with it because it's our curse. We was cursed to be here. We ain't like, well, nigga, why don't you go to Uganda or something? I can't. And even if you pay my way, I'm not, because this is where I was called to be. I don't want to be in this motherfucker. But guess what? It's not about what we want. You think we want to stand out here in the rain and shit, deal with you dumb motherfuckers? Hell no. But we gonna do it because we was told to. It ain't about what you want to do. That's another necessity that America has. You all the time, you're stuck to doing what the fuck you want to do. You see what I'm saying? And then when you can't, it's a fucking problem. You want to start marching and shit for it, you get your goddamn way. It's usually some shit you don't need to be doing any fucking way.
This is Second Ezra chapter 15, starting at 48. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore, thus says Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
Right, to waste thy houses with destruction and death, man. That's what's coming. Because you Edomites, you act like you don't remember that everything that you have right now in this world was taken by violence by your ancestors. And now it's coming back onto you. All the violence that you've done in the world is coming back to you. Because America is not going to go down peacefully. It's going to go down with violence. And it's going to go down with force.
And the glory of thy power from the left-hand side shall be dried up as a flower when the heat shall arise that is sent over thee.
Right. The glory of your God is going to be cast down. Because Edomites, your God is actually money. And you can see your God falling right now.
Yeah. Floppy ass, goofy ass bitch. Her ass all the fuck out. Looking stupid. Y'all black bitches be looking stupid, dog. Fuck! I be sick of that shit. Y'all make it, that's why they don't take us serious. Cause y'all be out these big long fucking nails, alright? Dressed like a goddamn slut. And they don't take us seriously for that. When they see a dumb bitch walk in look like that, they all look at us.
Right.
Not that I give a fuck about what they think.
Right.
That's another pullback to us, man. It's bad enough. And then you see a nigga with his ass hanging the fuck out, it's because he goddamn came from a stupid bitch like y'all. And if it don't apply to you, don't get offended.
Right. Hey, guess what? The scriptures say offenses must come, but woe to him that get offended. So if you get offended, fuck you.
Just looking dumb as fuck, man. We got Lizzo bitches out here. You don't see no white Lizzos out here doing that shit. You don't see that. You don't see a big fat white bitch somewhere swinging her ass and her titties around.
I will say this though. These devils probably think this is a fucking shower right here. They probably won't take a bath for 2 more weeks for this shit.
Definitely ain't gonna touch no soul. They just, y'all let the fucking water just hit you
right.
anyway.
Right, let the water hit you and just run down.
Y'all
so
don't
when
fuck
it's
with
raining,
rags. I guess what rags is using a washcloth is for poor black people.
right. What did he say? It's for pores. Using a washcloth is for pores. Like what the fuck, man?
Tell them the new saying. Having an Xbox Series X versus the PS5.
Right. Oh yeah, Edomites are now saying that if you got, in the video game world, if you got a Xbox Series system, you basically got a Section 8 system. And the PlayStation 5 is the elite system.
No, it's not. Even if that
Both
was...
of them cost the exact same price though.
But
that's
which
Esau
one
though,
is
man.
Xbox has always been selling better.
Yeah.
Because Jake likes to fuck with Xbox more.
Right, exactly.
And it's black. Wait, you see the system is all black?
Right,
and that
right.
PS5, that ugly looking ass reverse ice cream sandwich system, that motherfucker's all white.
Right.
They just feeding all into this bullshit.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was that? My office that said that earlier, politics and all this shit.
Yeah. It's all politics and shit. But that, it just goes to show how fast this place is downfalling, man. Right. They try to separate themselves. One, they try to down Jake for being more hygienic, and not just Jake, because there's a lot of dark-skinned people out there that are far more hygienic than Esau. And then they try to separate themselves by video game systems now. It's like these devils, man, hey, we are not like these devils, man. And we don't like you devils either, man. So that's something that you Edomites actually act like is brand new, man.
What?
That we don't like you. Because our people never say that we don't like you so-called white people. We don't like you. And yes, we're gonna be happy to have you in slavery. We're gonna be happy to take advantage of your women while you're in slavery.
Hey, we ain't gonna have to. Hey, look, man, you can't take advantage of the willing, huh?
Right. We don't feel sorry for America's downfall. Actually, we're happy about it because the closer your downfall gets, that's the closer we get to ruling.
Let's say the white man's heaven and the black man's hell.
Right.
The pledge of allegiance, the original version was for liberty and justice for us was the original version, but
they changed it to all. Yep.
yeah.
Right.
But it's still that way to this day. They show it every day.
Right.
To you Jakes, as far as, y'all get harsher punishments and harsher sentences for crimes y'all do.
Yeah, the brother was showing me a video the other day about that, where they basically, the police caught some drug addicts, right? A drug addict with a meth pipe. The police have found the meth, the meth, the pipe, and he was high, and then the police said, I'm gonna give you a break. Wait, not just that, the Edomite dude had a warrant on top of that. And then in comparison, of course, they showed a Jake that had a weed pipe. Didn't find no weed or nothing, but they arrested him because he had the paraphernalia.
Did you say the Edomite had a warrant too?
Yeah, the Edomite had a warrant. He had the paraphernalia and he had the drugs on him.
Wait, he was driving and he was high off the shit.
Right.
And that bitch said, I'm going to go ahead and give you a warrant. You have a warrant. We found a paraphernalia. I'm going to go ahead and give you a warrant. I'm not going to take it.
Right, I'm going to give you a warning. But he had a warrant. I mean,
and he was high off
right,
controlled substance.
Right,
With more of it.
Right. So, hey, the jig is up on you devils, man. We already know you.
And they did the same thing with the white bitch on heroin.
Right, yeah.
Jake was walking up the street with a fucking backpack with a weed pipe.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
No weed on him.
Right.
He had the pipe though.
Right.
Do you know they took him to jail? That Jake was just like, man, what the fuck? Why y'all messing? Y'all saw me walking away.
Right.
They got him in the back. We're gonna take it to jail today
for having paraphernalia on him.
And then they showed the Edomite bitch that she had heroin on her. The bitch was high off the heroin, right? And she tried to say she didn't have none, but of course she did and shit.
Correct.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and let you go today.
But they found it on her though.
Yeah.
You're
over there.
Shit is a fucking joke.
Right. Hey, it's a happy thing that America is falling, man. Hey, we don't. Hey, the first time I whip one of you devils on the back, I am gonna be so satisfied, man. Because then I'm gonna know, yes, we truly are in rulership, man. And that's gonna be a very blessed day, man. And this kingdom needs to go, man. It's like, just like we said last week, man, how in the hell is this kingdom still going and they actually have women usurping authority over men? They got it to the point where men actually can identify as a woman. And the people in this country think that is normal or think that is okay. But you don't think that you have some type of mental issue for being okay with that.
No. They think being normal is cutting off your dick and your balls.
Wait.
Turning your shit inside out. And
Not just that. A child who cannot even consume alcohol can decide to mutilate themselves. But you people actually think that shit is normal.
And they passed that law, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Child at 3 years old.
Yeah.
Identified as trans.
Right. And get all the medical procedures and don't have to have permission from their parents. But they can't drink alcohol
They
yet.
can't drink, they can't smoke, they
Right.
can't drive, they can't have sex. But
Right,
they probably
right.
change that too.
Right.
A baby can now get a driver's license if he feels like he needs to.
Right. But what? Hey, they almost got ran over, man. Shit.
Oh, you know what? That car looks familiar to me.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, look. Hey, in this, the quicker this society go, the better, man. Because it's actually a vexation to continue in this society.
You can't prosper.
Right. What did the Heavenly Father say? If this society continued on too long, there will be no flesh to be saved. Hey, how you doing? Good. Yeah, if this society continued on, there would be no flesh to be saved. Why? Because they're convincing your children to basically cut off their genitals and turn into the opposite sex, making themselves an abomination and forgetting what their original purpose is.
You let me report on the news. I got to do that.
This is Ecclesiastes 21, starting at 1. My son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more, but ask pardon for thy former sin.
Right. Ask the Heavenly Father for pardon, man. Forgiveness. Because when you repent, that means you sin no more.
It says,
And this is only for you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Indians, and Latinos, man. Because contrary to public opinion, this is not for everybody. If you're not an Israelite, guess what? The Heavenly Father is not for you. So you Edomites know this is not for you. This is not your thing, man. This is a private racial issue. Though you are going to be judged by the Heavenly Father. But you can't come into this Israelite thing because it's not for you.
That's why you can't do it.
Right. The Israelite thing is a club that you can't join.
You can't pay a fee.
Right. You can't pay a fee to be part of the Israelites. Your bloodline don't come to Israelites.
Your money's
That's
no
why,
good here.
that's why when the prophets and the men of the Lord started coming out bringing out His word, we can get so much, adversity from plantation Christianity. Because they're just teaching that the Gentiles, the other nations can come in and receive salvation and not not so.
Right.
According to the scripture.
Right.
According to the Most High.
Right.
You can't be a part of another nation and take another nation's blessing.
Right.
That's not written.
Yeah. Hey, you Edomites then basically had this, man. You Edomites you had your kingdom. You done ruled for about, half a millennia. You kicked our ass. You had a foot deep in our ass that we couldn't even come up. Now it's your turn. Now we're about to rule. So you don't have to be surprised what we're going to do to you. And that's what you Edomites have always been afraid of. All of the horrors that you put our people through, now we're going to do it back to you. Except for the wickedness, of course.
It says, flee from sin and from the face of a serpent. The main serpent is the devil, man. These folks are white people. Y'all the biggest serpents when the serpent are the reference of that serpent in Genesis was in regards to who you are today. Alright? It says, for if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men.
Right, if you come too near it. Now, we ain't saying Jay can't hit no Edomite women. Don't fall in love with the hoes, man.
They're hoes.
Right, hey, use them for what they're good for and split.
A natural self-woman,
Right,
as the Bible speaks of.
Split
Right.
after you split her.
right, exactly. Split after you split, you know?
It's not, it's not about trying to be her best friend, her pal.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody that comes near her, you'll protect her.
Right, no.
You know, she fucks other guys. And you know, that we ain't with these self-prevention.
Right, right,
You cannot save them. They're not of our people.
right.
Right. They must have told y'all that a long time ago. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. It says, she don't want to be saved. It says, all iniquity is a two-edged sword. The wounds thereof cannot be healed. All of that iniquity, if you, look, I'll tell you right now, you don't see too many men coming back from being a homosexual. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Right, yeah, a
Not to
two-edged,
say it can't happen.
right, a two-edged sword not only cuts the enemy, but it cuts you, man.
Yeah. You taking on their philosophy and you walking around like one of them, right? Look, man, your asshole will never form up like this. You understand me? You will never fart the same again.
That's why other
Okay.
nations hate this country so much.
Yeah.
Right,
It wouldn't work. They don't want your idea.
right,
They don't want
right,
anything coming out of you.
right.
They don't.
I mean, there's not another country on this planet that want their fucking women to rule over it. You Edomites act like that's a natural thing, man.
Or to see their sons be,
Right,
bent over.
Right, or to even hear their son envying to be a woman. What? That is madness, man.
Well, a man, and then that's another thing about being a homosexual for a
Stoned to
man.
death.
Right,
You can have another man's DNA inside you. Alright? I don't care what you do. It's just like these women, right? Once a man's DNA is up inside of him, it's already there. It's there forever, right?
right, right.
That's
Yeah,
the same
it's over,
goddamn
man.
thing for a man. They got some DNA floating around up in your body. Alright? Because your body is made primarily of water more than anything else. You all fucked up.
Right,
You know, they
right.
can brain and shit.
Right. In a place where it ain't supposed to be, man.
Right. Because I'll read that.
Right, the semen is in your balls, man.
Right. It's living organism is
Right.
body.
Right,
Another man's living organism is his body.
right. So you don't got nothing else but death, man.
Right. It says, all iniquity is as a two-edged sword. It says, the wounds thereof cannot be healed.
Right,
We
because
just
you
give you
can't.
an example of some of that.
Right, because some iniquities can't be healed, man.
Right.
There's some things you do that you cannot take back.
You can't bounce back because-
Right, you can't. Hey, just like a woman's body count, you can't erase that.
You can't pray before you get married that.
Right, that you forget, make you forget every. What the fuck type of stupid shit is that, man? That is fucking. You want to forget everything that you've done in your body? Guess what? Guess what'll make you forget? Death. That'll help you forget everything because you're gonna get a clean slate, a clean body, and a clean memory. You get to start all over again. That's how you clean all that up. Otherwise, guess what? You pray for forgiveness, man. As long as that iniquity is forgivable.
It says, all iniquity is as a two-edged sword, the wounds thereof cannot be healed. To terrify and do wrong will waste riches.
Hey, to terrify and do wrong will waste riches. That is why you so-called white people's kingdom is going down. Because all you did in your rulership was terrify and do wrong.
And wasted all the riches, motherfucker.
Right.
Doing that.
Right. All your
blowing
riches.
shit up, tearing shit up.
Right.
All these secret operations and shit to
Right.
fuck Jacob with AIDS and all.
Right.
And a Tuskegee experiment. All of that shit take money, man.
Right.
Money that could have went to changing this motherfucker and increasing. You spent more time fucking up your own culture, your own us amongst you. Y'all spent so much money on that instead of improving your own society like other nations have. Russia wasn't focused on so secret oxygen niggas and shit. Let me go ahead and make the projects. They don't have projects for niggas to stay in and shit.
I get it.
I gotta interrupt just for a second because I've been seeing two white bitches walking without shoes on in this cold ass rain. Hey, no, I actually believe that they really think this is a shower, man. They won't take a shower for 2 weeks after it rains, man. That's why they used to walking on hard ass, cold ass concrete and cold fucking water rain, man.
That's all they cave niggas, man. They built this. Don't let it be hot though. Then it's the black bitch out here doing that. Right.
Right.
All these rubbers and shit.
Right.
It says, to terrify and do wrong will waste riches. It says, thus the house of proud men shall be made desolate.
Right. The house of proud men, and there's no men more proud than you so-called white people, man. There's no other nation more proud than you so-called white people. That's why y'all think that this place is gonna last. It's not. That's why y'all think that y'all not going in slavery. You are. I mean, shit.
Gentlemen?
This place must go, man. Everything must be destroyed, man. This is the most wickedest, nastiest place on the planet. And you devils actually think that this place is gonna last, man.
You're hoping that it does.
Right. Hey, the people that live in America don't want America to last. I mean, you gotta deal with what? You gotta deal with women's rights. You gotta deal with effeminess. You gotta deal with child support. You gotta deal with alimony after divorce to give this bitch your hard-earned resources. Like, and everything is stacked against you as a man. Not only that, but you're shamed for being masculine in this fucked up ass kingdom.
It's better just to leave it.
Right. And yes, don't get it twisted. If the majority of Jake had the means to just get a plane and get the fuck out of America, they probably would.
The ones that got sent.
Right, the ones that got sent and leave the senseless move over here. Because this place is 100% fucked up, man.
It says, Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
The earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. You Edomites are actually pushing homosexuality across the world. Nobody wants it.
It's a product that nobody wants to buy.
Right, it's a product nobody wants to buy.
If you keep pushing.
Men naturally want women. Yet around the globe, you try to push same sex, man. And actually, you try to pay people to do it. What did Kamala Harris a couple weeks ago went to Africa to pay the African government $60 million so they can support same-sex marriage? What the fuck type of shit is that, man? Nobody wants that. But that's what America pushes.
Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant, therefore hath a curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
Hey, that's coming. The inhabitants of the earth will be burned by thermonuclear destruction, and few men will be left. Mainly, the elect is going to be the elect, the 1/3, and all of the slaves, which are going to be the other nations, including you so-called white people. I don't got nothing else.
I got one.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed.
Right. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed. And that's directly to you Israelites, man. Because there's a nigga that's online talking about the Bible don't matter, man. Or basically equating the Bible with religion.
Niggas don't matter.
Right. Niggas really don't matter. Because if you don't think the Bible is the most important thing that we have, then you're an idiot, man. Our whole culture is the Bible. The thing is you don't understand it and you're not willing to. That's why the Heavenly Father got his men out here explaining it to you plainly. So you Israelites can understand your real culture. Not no goddamn Christianity in Esau's churches. But the truth.
But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
Right. He that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. That's whether it's salvation, everlasting life, to be part of the chosen of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. What is it called? A heavenly penny, man.
The law of the wise is the fountain of life, to depart from that depart from the snares of death.
Right. So if you want to know what the law of the wise is, it's the laws, the statutes, and commandments that's in the scripture.
Hey, right, you said it's a part from death. But that means it's life.
Right.
The law, statutes, and commandments are life for us, man.
Right.
That's why a lot of these niggas is walking zombies, man. They ain't got that life in them.
Right.
The walking dead.
Yeah, they ain't got these laws, statutes, and commandments in their ass, man.
Good understanding.
All of it going on. That's the good thing about the fact that all this is going to be changed, so it's just
Correct.
don't come back.
Correct.
Everybody comes back.
Correct.
We always think that laws written on our heart.
Correct.
That's the hope of the elect.
Good understanding get favor, but the way of transgressors is hard.
Right, and that means, hey, the way of transgression, you gotta have a hard ass head, man. Right? Because the outcome of that is gonna always be the same. It's gonna be fucked up. You gotta have a hard ass head. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a fucked up road. A lot of these niggas you see on the street, they on that road to transgression, man. They walking around this motherfucker living a hard ass life, trying to figure out why they all fucked up and shit.
Right, but they ain't getting the answer. We have the answer, man. You're under the curses until Yahweh Shai returns. Right. And with that, we're going to close. All praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'adash. Don't line us to the apostle of the great millstone. Say, take to you, I can doing the work in truth and sincerity on 3 Abba Ball, 1, 2, 3. Abba Ball, Abba Ball, Abba Ball. Shalom.
Now you know what time it is. It's time to get out of here.
It's cool.